Alright, I went back to the flatwounds. Put a set of Thomastik Infeld JS112s on here. And man, they sound good. I liked the round wounds, but they just aren't flats. On this guitar, these flat wounds are just warm and punchy. They just sound so good. The round wounds it sounded too much like an acoustic. These sound more like, acoustically, they sound more like the way I EQ my amp. So unplugged, I'm getting that sound the sound that I like. Yeah, they sound great. Every register. Really good sounding strings. They have good sustain. They're warm. They feel good. They sound good. And they remind me of the sound that I want to hear coming out of my amp, even when I'm unplugged. And I think that's the main problem I had with the round wound strings is they're not giving me the jazz tone when they're unplugged, and you know, part of that's just the way I play and everything. So the strings did no wrong, but these flats, and I gotta say the TIs they have a bit of a smoother mid range than I thought the Chromes had. They just sound great. If you haven't tried these and you like flat wounds, these are my favorites. I've had this set on another guitar. I've had the 11s on my Ibanez a few times, and I should have known. I should have tried them on the Archtop before now. I shouldn't have put it off so long. But I put Chromes on there and played a ton of gigs, and they just kept sounding the way they sounded, which was good. I'll leave these on here for quite a while. I don't find it necessary to change the flats, except for the small strings if they start to get bumpy underneath, if they start to get old. But the wound strings, they get a sound and they just keep it. Maybe to be honest, on a whim, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna change strings. So I don't think I've ever went more than 6. I think I had one set of TIs on the Ibanez for like 6 months, and I really enjoyed playing them. I haven't plugged them into the amp yet, and I assume that I'm gonna have to play with the pickup height because of the nickel. We'll see. I'm about to plug it into the amp. Let's hear what this thing sounds like plugged in. Now I'm gonna turn my volume down about 2 notches and my tone down about 3 notches. All right, the B string is loud. I'm gonna lower the pole piece. That sounds really even. So I'm gonna just leave it like that for now until I've given it some time and played it and really kind of decided about the pickup height and the pole piece height. But just doing a quick adjustment like that balanced it out pretty good. Okay, just so you can hear the full output of the strings, I'm going to go ahead and turn my volume and tone all the way up so that you can get an idea of what the strings sound like without the guitar rolled off. Alright, well hopefully that gives you a pretty good idea what these things sound like plugged in. I think they sound awesome. I am playing through a 5E3 and it has a negative feedback loop added to it, so it's a little more tame than a regular 5E3. But at the volume, I'm really quiet. So here at house volume, it's kind of, the amp has a little bit of a mid-range kick. So when I turn the volume and tone all the way up on the guitar, it has a bit of a mids thing going on. So dialing it back on the knobs does the trick though. Anyway, these strings are fantastic. I knew they would be because I've had them on other guitars, and I don't regret for a second buying a set of round wounds and only using them for 4 days. I did save them. I'm not one to save a set of guitar strings, but those round wounds were only on here for 4 days, so I don't know. Put them on something else later and hope that they don't break at the tuner. That's what my experience is. If I reuse a string that was on a guitar and then taken off, when I put it on, it maybe it works for a while, but then it breaks up here somewhere where at the wraparound. So I don't really ever try to reuse a guitar string. Anyway, check in the description. I'll put a link to the strings on Amazon, and leave me some comments. If you play with different types of flats, let me know. I'm into trying everything, but I'm not planning on changing these ones for a while because they're the right stuff. Anyway, I'm Bird Snake. Thanks for watching.